Hey everyone! Today, we're going on a delicious journey for the best street foods in the world that are extremely affordable. I mean, who doesn't love street food? It's like a passport to culture, packed into a little bite-sized morsel. And the best part? You don't need to break the bank to enjoy it. So, grab a snack, sit back, and let's take a budget-friendly taste tour from different countries. First up, let's head over to Mexico, where the vibrant streets are alive with the sounds of sizzling tortillas and the aroma of spices wafting through the air. One of the most iconic street foods you'll find there is the taco. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tacos can be fancy, but let's talk about the real deal. Picture this: a warm corn tortilla, freshly made, filled with succulent carnitas or maybe some spicy chorizo, topped with onions, cilantro, and a squeeze of lime. And guess what? You can usually grab one for just a couple of bucks. It's like a flavor explosion in your mouth, and it's totally budget-friendly. Just imagine standing on a bustling street corner, taco in hand, feeling like you're part of the vibrant tapestry of Mexican culture. Next, let's jet off to Thailand, where street food is practically a way of life. If you've ever been to Thailand, you know that the streets are lined with vendors serving up everything from pad thai to mango sticky rice. But let's focus on one of my personal favorites, the famous Thai spring rolls. These little bundles of joy are often filled with a mix of veggies, sometimes shrimp, and they're deep-fried to golden perfection. You can find them for less than $1 each. And the best part? They're served with a sweet and tangy dipping sauce that makes every bite a little piece of heaven. Just imagine sitting on a tiny plastic stool, surrounded by the hustle and bustle of the market, munching on these crispy delights. It's pure bliss. Now, let's hop over to India, where the streets are a feast for the senses. The vibrant colors, the rich aromas, and the sounds of vendors calling out to you are all part of the experience. And when it comes to street food, you can't miss out on samosas. These flaky, golden pastries are typically filled with a spicy mix of potatoes and peas. You can find them for just a few rupees, and they're often served with tangy tamarind chutney or mint sauce. Just picture yourself standing at a busy stall, the steam rising from the hot oil, as you bite into that crispy exterior and experience the explosion of flavors inside. It's comfort food at its finest, and it's a must-try when you're exploring the streets of India. Now, let's take a little detour to the streets of Vietnam, where the food culture is as rich as the history. One of the most beloved street foods here is banh mi, a sandwich that perfectly embodies the fusion of French and Vietnamese flavors. Imagine a crispy baguette, filled with grilled meats, pickled vegetables, fresh herbs, and a drizzle of spicy mayo. You can usually find a banh mi for just a couple of dollars, and it's the kind of meal that will leave you feeling satisfied without emptying your wallet. Picture yourself sitting on a tiny plastic chair, the hustle of the street around you, as you take that first bite. The crunch of the bread, the tanginess of the pickles, and the savory meat, it's a symphony of flavors that will transport you straight to the heart of Vietnam. And how could we forget about Japan? The streets of Tokyo are a food lover's paradise, and one of the most popular street foods there is yakitori. These skewered and grilled chicken pieces are seasoned to perfection and served with a side of tare sauce or salt. You can find them at little stands for just a few hundred yen. Imagine standing at a bustling izakaya, the smoky aroma filling the air, as you savor each bite of tender, juicy chicken. It's simple, it's delicious, and it's a true taste of Japanese street culture. Now, let's make our way to the Mediterranean, where we find ourselves in Greece, surrounded by the warmth of the sun and the sound of laughter. One of the most beloved street foods here is the famous gyros. Picture this: marinated meat, slow cooked on a vertical spit, sliced thin, and wrapped in a warm pita with fresh tomatoes, onions, and a generous dollop of tzatziki sauce. You can usually grab one for just a few euros. It's the perfect meal to enjoy while wandering through the charming streets of Athens or Santorini. The flavors are fresh, the ingredients are simple, and every bite feels like a little slice of paradise. Last but certainly not least, Let's take a trip to the streets of Istanbul, where the rich history meets vibrant flavors. One of the most iconic street foods you'll find here is the simit, a sesame-covered bread that's both crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. It's often enjoyed with a cup of tea, and you can find it for just a few lira. Imagine strolling along the Bosphorus, the sun setting in the background, as you take a bite of that warm, chewy bread. It's the kind of snack that makes you feel connected to the culture and the people around you. So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of some of the best street foods from around the globe, all budget-friendly and bursting with flavor. Whether you're planning your next travel adventure or just dreaming of far-off places, let these delicious bites inspire you to explore the world through food. Remember, you don't have to spend a fortune to experience the rich tapestry of cultures that street food represents. So, the next time you're out and about, keep an eye out for those food stalls. You never know what amazing flavors await you. Happy eating!